Finally, we're coming to the end of my Computex 2019 coverage. There was a lot more other mechanical keyboard stuff that I just couldn't make dedicated videos with, so let's check some of that stuff out. Alright, so first we have Tex, who are also from Taiwan, and they had some classy stuff. The Shinobi is their new version of their 7-row mech with a track point, which I guess is an upgrade from their Kodachi. But yes, stunning keyboard based on the ThinkPad board, and it has the same layout as my old ThinkPad X220. And they're working on a Bluetooth module which would make it a seriously sweet keyboard for a tablet. The Beetle 2 was their 60% board, but this one had the HHKB layout. For some reason they had a bunch of boards inside glass cabinets, even though mechanical keyboards are like all about touch, but yeah, it looked nice and had an aluminium case. Sharing the booth there was KB Paradise, and they showed off a bunch of their 60% V60 keyboards in various versions. One of them was an analog version in collaboration with Wooding, so I assume they had the FlareTech switches in them, which can read the distance a switch is pressed within a certain range. And they also had a bunch of die sub stuff. Next up we have some budget options from Motor Speed and First Player. ASIO. Now these guys had an impressive booth, just really nicely put together and well presented, which really reflected their products. I've always seen this stuff in pictures and never really thought much of them because of their design, but in real life I was actually quite impressed. They had a really cohesive line of products. Their full-size and compact keyboards, which were 75% boards, came in a few different designs with combinations of wood, metal and leather. And they had matching mice and wrist rests, which were also super nice. The Iris keyboard though was more my style. It had the same 75% layout but had more conventional keycaps and featured a multimedia knob. But the design overall is much cleaner and the end pad unit matches perfectly with it. In addition, all of their stuff is wireless, which I feel fits the audience, and while they may not be for everyone, they certainly will cater well for their target audience. In a similar theme, ASRock had this theme PC build which had a mechanical keyboard embedded in it. It looks to be a variant of the Magic Force 68, so just a nice cheap mech, but yeah, interesting nonetheless. Now onto Noppu. I've seen a lot of these keyboards but under different brands. I don't know much about who makes what, but it seems these guys are the OEM for a lot of the budget stuff. For example, the Choc 96, which features the awesome compressor layout combining the numpad and nav cluster, and has the magnetic top plastic housing, is the Rack Illus that I reviewed. An amazing keyboard by the way, as it also has the Altemu hot swap sockets. And there's many other examples as well with many other brands. The magnetic covers are cool though. Normally plastic covers just clip in and you gotta deal with screws, but a magnetic cover makes it so easy to just change the look of a keyboard in seconds. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough time at Wooting, which was disappointing because their Wooting 2 with their new Leka key switches was really interesting. The switch is still in the works, so the weight and such still may change, but it is a linear switch and from first impressions is quite smooth. The Leka switch improves on the older FlareTech ones, which only had an analog range from 1.5mm to 3.6mm, inside a 4mm total travel. The Lecky switch, however, has a full analog range, opening up more possibilities with its application. Hopefully I can get my hands on a Wooting 2 to get into more detail, because there's a whole lot more to it. And here's some more miscellaneous mechanical keyboard stuff from Computex. And that's a wrap on Computex 2019. There was actually a bunch of mech stuff that I missed or didn't get footage of. I only attended 3 days and these exhibition halls are huge, so I just couldn't get to everything by myself. But it was such a great experience and I did learn a heap in how to cover such an event, so next time I'll be way more efficient and hopefully bring better content. Taipei is a beautiful city as well. I only wish I had more time to actually see it a bit more, but I'm sure next time will be better. Huge thanks to Techware for supporting my coverage of Computex 2019. Please check them out with the links below. And that's it, back to normal viewing now. Being away for this long, I have so much stuff piled up, so stay tuned.